Yo, yo, yo. How we doing, everybody? Happy Tuesday, something like that. It's a great day to be making some money on Amazon. Hope you guys are getting after it today. It's a beautiful week here. So yeah, be hanging out here for probably 25, 30 minutes or so. Just answering some questions, hanging out over on YouTube as well. If you guys are on Instagram. So yeah, just hang out for a second, chop it up. Lots of good, surprisingly amount of 4th of July sales still rolling, which has been cool to see. So if you haven't already been sourcing through a lot of these like 4th of July sale opportunities, looking at like a sales gazer, checking like Capital One shopping, that kind of stuff, seeing what the best opportunities out there are, now is a great time to be doing so. We'll also be seeing a lot of sales coming up pretty soon with like Prime Day. A lot of people they'll compete with Amazon on Prime Day sales, so that'll be a good opportunity as well. But yeah, lots to look forward to. Back to school season is about to be in full swing, so make sure you've got your FBM operations dialed in as well. And yeah, let me know who we got. So let me know what questions you guys got. Hang out here for a little bit, and yeah, let's make some money on Amazon. What's up, man? Been having a hard time hiring good VAs. What would you recommend? Yeah, I mean, for one, like make sure you're not trying to hire too early. Because really hiring VAs is just about like teaching someone to do what you do. But 90% is good usually. So if you're making some good money, then go for it. As far as hiring VAs, usually I've hired through like onlinejobs.ph is the website. I've hired 40 or 50 something VAs over the years here. Obviously they're not, I don't have that many working for me right now, but the best type people that you want to hire are a little bit motivated already. Maybe not the most skilled today, but they seem like really eager to learn. They just got good vibes. Seem like they want to dive in on the business, that kind of stuff. And then just screen share them, show them your processes, show them how you like to do things, and go from there. To use VA and AI. We don't use too much AI. You can use AI to write. You can use AI to write like POAs, and you can handle like buyer messages with AI, that kind of stuff. You can also use AI to give you some like product sourcing inspiration as well. That's a cool way to do it. So you can have it ask AI to like find you what's on sale today. You can do that. You can also have it suggest like adjacent categories to stuff that you already know how to source. There's some interesting use cases there, but not nothing super scalable just yet. I've been having a hard time finding product. What software do you recommend to source? Yeah, Kristen, you'll just need like SellerAmp to source, SellerAmp and Keepa, $40 a month combined. And then you can check out on YouTube if you look up like Fields of Profit free course. That will show you, it's like 90 minutes. It'll show you like my product sourcing process, how to send it into Amazon, all that good stuff. It's kind of a full guide. Show you some stuff you probably don't know in terms of product sourcing as well. That's definitely the most time consuming part of learning Amazon, getting used to it, all that good stuff. Sweet. Got ungated Adidas Under Armour. Still a lot of listings restricted. Under Armour, I think it's shoes. No one can sell. Adidas, probably Adidas Originals. You can't sell if I had to guess. But once you like, even though you're a new seller, you can still ungate. You can ungate the biggest brands on the platform if you have invoicing and stuff for it, as long as you're like buying from their websites and stuff. What's the max price increase you recommend at a time? Whatever's profitable, man. If you can raise the price by $50 and people are still buying it, then do it. Usually you won't be able to raise too aggressively, but a good idea in terms of pricing, this is pretty easy if you have like an automated reprice or anything, is raise the prices automatically in like the middle of the night. Raise them, I raise my prices at like 2 a.m., 4 a.m., that kind of thing, by 10%. And then if anyone else is using a repricer that just like matches the other sellers, it drags everybody's prices up. So you can try doing something like that. And then just like lowers it back down after 20 minutes or so. What up, Fareed? Good to see you, man. Got back from Marshalls, didn't find anything. Most was negative ROIs. You live in NYC. It could be NYC related. More so probably just start scanning anything you might have a little bit of personal like familiarity with, like category wise. I will say as far as Marshalls goes, I have the most success by far. This time your school supplies, like that type of stuff is pretty good. Office, like anything like that. But by far, usually it's the beauty category, like the beauty aisles at Marshalls. Sometimes like the basics, so like t-shirts and socks and underwear, that type of stuff can be pretty good at the discount stores and that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, just fire up the old SellerAmp app there and get after it. I'm glad you're taking action on it though. How many products do you have to sell to make 10K a month profit? I mean, if you're not making 1K profit, it's probably not the right question to be asking, right? It could be, you could have one product that makes you 10K realistically, or you could have 1,000 products that together make you 10K, right? It just depends on how you run your business, man. A better way to look at it is how much you spend to make a certain amount. Pretty standard on Amazon is about 30% ROI. So you'd be spending, 30 grand plus whatever other overhead you have. Just to give you a rough idea there. You probably don't have 30 grand to just blow on products right now. I didn't either when I started Amazon, but just keep the snowball rolling, keep reinvesting as much as possible. That is what I did there. Tried sending some products to Amazon, have a few items that say manufacturer barcode only. It should let you label those. It doesn't force you to do that. Yeah, you'll be able to label those. Arbitrage seems like almost everything's restricted. Is that normal? Very little is restricted right now, to be honest. You got like a couple big brands like Nike and Adidas. I think both are hard gated right now. I put like a weird filter on myself. How did I do that? Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this goofy filter. Let me see. Does this get me out of it? Nope. I'm a boomer on Instagram over here, guys. There we go. Okay. I accidentally got stuck in some goofy filter on Instagram. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, as far as like ungating goes, just start pressing brands, seeing what you can apply for, and go from there. Yeah, most of the most profitable brands are not gated right now. Yeah, on fire, exactly, Kate. Yeah. Sweet. You suggest sell items. Amazon's price is 10. SellerAmp shows $- for max cost. Yeah, Andy. So most of those listings, like if SellerAmp's telling you that it's a negative max cost to make profit, then whoever's selling it is not making money. It's usually like Amazon will be selling it, and that's like a loss leader just to like get people on the platform kind of thing. That's probably what's going on there. That or the listing went crazy tanked or something like that, right? Checking clearances on Walgreens. When you get there, they're gone. I mean, what are you looking at, like online? Like if it's, if you're sourcing, buy it on the spot. You know what I mean? If you're going out into it in person, obviously it'll be there on the shelf. No, I'm not sure if I know what you mean there. Is UK and USA different for arbitrage? Yeah, I would say there's more like random like laws and taxes and all kinds of weird stuff going on in the UK. I don't know if they like people I don't know if they like people making money in the UK apparently, but there's still lots of sellers in the UK who are crushing it. So you have a little bit of extra hoops to jump through in the UK, but it's still worth it. There's lots of great guys who are making some money from the UK. A lot of people who are abroad end up using a prep center in the US, and then they'll just ship everything to the prep center in the US and sell on Amazon.com. You could look into that as well. We Americans like our Amazon a little bit too much. we spend a lot more money. There's a lot more products that are in demand, that kind of stuff. How do you deal with damaged shoe boxes, dealing with OA shoes? I mean, I've sent some pretty beat up boxes, to be honest with you, man. As long as like, if you wouldn't be happy receiving whatever you're shipping out, then that's a good kind of rule of thumb. With shoe boxes though, most people don't care unless it's like a really nice pair of shoes. If it's a $200 pair of shoes, it's Jordans, that kind of thing, maybe make sure the box is in okay shape. But for like the $60 Adidas shoes, most of you probably going to be selling it. It doesn't really matter. Just wrap a rubber band around the box to keep it shut, that kind of thing. Tried ungating for Hoka. Amazon wants online order confirmation or invoice. Yeah, you send them the online order confirmation. Yeah, that works, man. Buy from like Hoka. You can buy from like a soccer.com, shop WSS. There's a bunch of website champs. Pretty much any retailer online will work for clothing ungating and stuff. What's the best way to source? Yeah, good question, Kyler. If you're asking that, it's probably going to be reverse sourcing. I'm going to assume you're a newer seller. So you're just going to be diving into the listings of sellers who've already done the research that like to figure out like a certain brand that's on sale today, right? So let's say, actually, for example, today Adidas has a really good sale going on, right? So you're just going to dive into these storefronts of other sellers who are selling brands like Adidas that are on sale. You might not be able to get ungated right now. Reebok is another one that's on sale. You could get Reebok today. Dive into the storefronts of people who are selling that brand and just kind of use that as like a, copy the homework almost kind of thing, right? So you can see, hey, they did the research to know that this Reebok product sells really well. It's profitable, that kind of thing. Let me see if it's profitable over on the different website where I already know there's a sale going on. Seeing a ton of the videos, there's no stupid questions, Kyler. We were all trying to start out at some point. Just asking. Okay, yeah. So if you've seen some of the videos, then like going a little bit higher level with it as you're like reverse sourcing. Just make sure you are using every possible discount, right? So cashback monitor, make sure you're using the highest cashback rate on that website. Check Card Bear, which will show you like the highest discounted gift card rates for. And then you can use things like shipping to a prep center with no sales tax in that state, right? That's a pretty common one. If you're paying, if you're paying, 10% and 8% sales tax, that kind of thing, it can make a lot of sense. Just anything you can do to leverage extra discounts. Emails customer support, ask if there's a coupon code that they can give you, all that kind of stuff. Whatever you want to jam on, Kyle. I do those from time to time. Usually, if you are decently scaled, they're pretty worth it. We can dive into like team building, source products together, whatever you want to talk about there, Kyle. Totally up to you. Thoughts on sourcing from Wholesale Central or Pallet Fly? A lot of those like big bulk marketplaces for stuff like that isn't going to be the best to source from, just because they know that like they know what prices you're trying to sell it for on Amazon, that kind of stuff. They also spend a ton on marketing, so they're not going to have as much wiggle room on profit and stuff. Basically, the harder it is for you to find your supplier, the more likely it is to be profitable, which is both unfortunate and fortunate after you've done the legwork. Gotcha. Done reverse sourcing. Almost everything is in the, I don't know if you meant there, or Amazon's the only one on the listing. I mean, there's 880,000 listings on Amazon that aren't sold by the brand, aren't sold by Amazon, have decent demand, sales ranks pretty good, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, there's a there's a lot of good items out there waiting for you, man. If you have the course, dive into some of the Keep a Product Finder stuff. Look at the templates. Look at zero competition sourcing. You can check that one out. You might find that useful if reverse isn't clicking for you. Should you avoid a listing if Keepa says can't obtain information? Interesting. I would see if you can, like, are there recent reviews? Like, can you on like the customer side, can you confirm that there's people like actively buying the product, that kind of thing? What up, Jerry? Thanks for the content. Sell on eBay. Looking forward to expanding. Sell on Amazon. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You have a nice little jump start. You already know how to resell a little bit, right? Now you just got to get used to like the Amazon platform. Get used to sourcing like the name brand stuff you'll sell on Amazon, and yeah, you'll be off to the races there. You need to close your account. How do you do that? I would open a support case with Amazon on that. Benefits to using LLC for Amazon. Talk to a CPA, lawyer, that kind of thing on that. I did not have one when I started. I was a broke college kid, so it didn't matter. I didn't have any like personal assets to protect. If you got a family, you got a house, that kind of thing, it's probably a good idea. But again, talk to a lawyer on that type of thing. Made your first $500 last month through an FBM. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congrats, man. Is there benefit in FBA buying in bulk and then sending? Yeah, you can do that too. Like theoretically, the perfect way to sell on Amazon would be to do both FBM. You list all the items FBM as you're getting them. You sell it, that kind of thing. You keep maybe a quarter of whatever you bought FBM, and then you send the rest to FBA. That way you're making sales as fast as possible, and you're using FBA to get slightly higher prices and just more scalable business that way. Can you tell us what we actually need to do to start? You need LLC, DBA. Yeah, Zane, let me link you guys. Let me see. I'll get you the step-by-step document. So I just made a new free guide for you guys. I think it'll be pretty useful for you here. Let me just get that link. Sweet. So I broke down pretty much everything that you need to, sign up for the account, all that kind of stuff, right? Just like logistically, what softwares you need, how to find those first products, how to send to Amazon, all that kind of stuff. So check that doc out if you guys are. I put it in the YouTube chat if you guys are over on Instagram. What was the card website? The best discounts again? Yeah, so Card Bear is for discounted gift cards if that's what you're looking for. Common for a lot of Adidas backpack listings. I'm not sure about that, man. Some of those listings have always been like that, yeah. Especially for those brands, for like the crazy high volume stuff. OARA, yeah, which Amazon business model you prefer for long-term and profit? Yeah, I mean, so like RA is the easiest, but has the least potential to scale because you have to like go out or hire people to go out for you. But it's the quickest way to make money, right? Then OA is a little bit harder to scale, or not. It's a lot easier to scale. It's a little bit harder to learn at the start. And then honestly, kind of OA and wholesale are kind of interchangeably scalable just based on what you're good at. If you like picking up the phone and talking to suppliers, that kind of stuff, go for it. If you like, finding like random little coupon codes and that kind of stuff on websites like Loop discounts, that kind of stuff, then you'll love OA. I did not think OA was scalable as wholesale, but I've seen lots of arbitrage sellers recently doing like literally, 8 figures, that type of thing. We did like 300K last month, and it was the least wholesale I've done in a month, basically, in a few years. Just kind of focusing on scaling OA. And then as far as private label goes, you're going to make some pretty expensive mistakes, but if you ever do launch a really good product, it's a sellable asset. So that has the highest like single time, with OA or wholesale, you could maybe sell one of those businesses, but you can have a lot easier time selling a private label product. So I love the idea of scaling some cash flow with wholesale and OA, and then using that money to just try to launch some products that you can sell as an asset eventually. Let's see. Insight on transparency codes for certain products. Yeah, so some products that have usually really high sales velocity, or the brand themselves like polices their brand, they'll put the transparency labels, which is basically like that's what the company's called. They basically do like anti-counterfeiting labels. And so if you're buying them online and the brand wasn't expecting those units to get sold on Amazon, they're not going to have the transparency labels. If you bought it like brand direct wholesale, they would have them. And you should not sell a product that requires transparency labels that doesn't have it on it. It's like a small square QR code looking thing. Can family members and friends who are already Amazon buyers purchase from your store and not leave reviews? I mean, they could, yeah. I definitely wouldn't let them leave reviews. But yeah, you can have friends and family buy from you if you want. Just be careful. I wouldn't recommend it if they are in the same address as you. Maybe have the same last name, that kind of thing. I just wouldn't want you to get in trouble. I don't think you get in trouble if they're not leaving reviews, but it's just kind of not worth it. Do you provide or sell leads? I do not sell a leads list. It's not really a great idea, just because at least, to sell a leads list, you want people to never learn how to source on their own, right? So it's not a great incentive for someone who would be selling them. Obviously want you guys to be able to make tons of money on your own. I don't have any leads lists that I can recommend necessarily, but it's not a terrible idea for like a month. Get some ideas, start seeing examples of products, learn sales that you might be able to source deeper on. But after that, you gotta cut yourself off and source on your own. Sweet. Can you start wholesale with 2K, or would you need more? You probably want to have like 5K realistically if you want to do wholesale. Just because you're not gonna be able to get any kind of volume discounts at all with 2K and wholesale. That's like a product or two. What lawyer? Just somebody near, like talk to a local CPA, that kind of thing. Any sites that can help scale your business? I mean, all the stuff that we're breaking down, right? So like all the cashback, discounted gift cards. Really, as far as like sourcing goes, just get good at a couple major websites. A lot of people think that like the big sellers have like some secret sources and websites and all that kind of stuff that they're going crazy on. It's usually just, getting really good at sourcing the biggest websites out there, understanding, what their best coupon codes are, what the best prices are that they've seen, on certain items. It's really just time in the game. Time in the game beats everything else. Does Amazon accept Walmart receipts? They will for inauthenticity and stuff. I haven't had a ton of success ungating with Walmart just because the way they format their online order confirmations. They don't put your address on it and the product UPCs. Any site that does is probably pretty safe to do that. Can you sell transparency code as FBM? I don't know about that actually. I probably would not. I wouldn't mess with those products. Anything that's transparency coded, the brand is watching it pretty closely. No, it's not, Tucker. The mic's for YouTube. We stream it on YouTube and here. Can you ungate Crayola using Target? Yeah, probably. Yeah, Staples works too. How do you keep track of profit and expenses? Yeah, so I use Boxem to track all the Amazon profit, buy cost, all that kind of stuff. And then if for outside stuff, think like, you bought boxes, that kind of thing, just track it in like a QuickBooks, something like that, or just like a Google Sheet, to be honest. But Boxem will track all your like Amazon specific expenses for you. What's the majority of your business? About 95% OA right now. Did about 200. We did 297 last month. A little bit slower start this month. Probably do like 250 or so, 220,000, somewhere around there. Back to school might help out a little bit as well. Second recommended. Yeah, you don't need that, Kirsten. It used to be a lot better. The company, they got bought and they got ruined by the people that bought them, basically. Plus sourcing manually, like diving in with like Keepa and SellerAmp, that kind of stuff. Any automated sourcing tool. There's a couple popular ones out there, but all the automated sourcing tools, they all miss the best items. And as more and more people start using that sourcing tool, the same people are seeing the same deals. So we're even seeing it recently with some new tools that like spit out automated leads and stuff. Everyone's seeing the same leads and they're all tanking, right? So the tried and true way is doing your own sourcing. Unfortunately, it's the most time consuming, but it's the way you actually make profit. You'll find like the bundle listings. You'll find listings where the UPC is wrong, but the product's correct. Multi-packs, all that kind of stuff. That's where you make a ton of your money on Amazon. Not yet, Share. We're working on that though. I believe Jansport does IP. I would check the seller count on a bunch of the Jansport listings and see if people are getting kicked off. How can you FBM shoes? You need to put them in another box. Yeah, so just buy those boxes on Uline or something like that. You can get them for like, $1.50, that kind of thing. What up, Houseway? How's it going? Haven't seen you around in a while. Has anyone sent an FBA shipment in a poly bag? Interesting. I think I actually did one time. I did. So Amazon made me send like one book to a fulfillment center way back in the day, and I did send it in a poly bag. So yeah, you try it. Yeah, I think you'd be fine on that. Sweet. Probably just going to go ahead and wrap up here. I got something to run off to here. Good chatting with you guys though. The Boxem public release is coming very, very soon, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. If you're not on the waitlist, you can go to boxem.com/waitlist. You can also check out, if you guys, especially if you're over on YouTube, I'll drop a nice little free guide for you as well if you want to learn some more. Several hours of content, some PDFs, spreadsheets, all that kind of stuff that'll help you out. It's the Amazon Launchpad. Sweet. Appreciate all you guys showing the love there. I will see you guys again very soon. And yeah, let's make some money on Amazon, folks. You guys have a great